We know that the flooding in KwaZulu-Natal has had a massive impact on infrastructure. Well, Tongaat residents are planning to protest tomorrow over the water supply situation. Infrastructure, of course, severely damaged in those flooding a few weeks ago. Many areas without water. Gift of the Givers today has sunk 2 boreholes, but they say the area around Tongaat needs at least 50 to service the entire community currently without water. eNCA reporter Ronald Masinda is in the area and joins us now. So, Ronald, Gift of the Givers is trying to do their best, but they're saying it's going to be months before damaged water infrastructure is actually functioning again. Tell us more.
Yes, indeed, Sally. Well, what we heard here earlier is that it will take between 8 to 9 months to fix the infrastructure at the local dam here in Tongaat, and this will cost close to R1 billion. It's cold comfort for many residents who say that they've been without clean running water for at least 23 days now. Many of them are gathered near this open field. They are waiting to hear the outcome of a meeting. They say that they will go in protest if their demands are met. This is an area, Sally, that also helped many residents receive water. The nearest dam here supplied water to many areas around 6 years ago when there was a drought in KwaZulu-Natal. Residents say it's only right that the favour is returned to them as they've been waiting for several weeks without water. This has also affected many schools, where we heard that schools are not open for the rest of the day. Only 1 or 2 hours is allowed for children to attend school. I am joined by a couple of guests. I am going to start off with Jalil Mayat. He is a member of Gift of the Givers. Thank you so much for your time. I think let's start off, Jalil, with some of the numbers. How many people are still missing?
Number of people missing, last we know, is in the upper regions of 56, probably more. Still unaccounted for, still not sure. Information still coming down from the upper high-lying areas and outer-lying areas into the true number of missing people. Number of people confirmed dead, last I knew, was about 500 plus, and I'm probably going to go up.
What is even more scary is that this number could be way more. Why?
Way more because information is not getting through. The communication's a problem. People are running all over the show trying to assist. Disaster management's been heading out and doing the recoveries, but I'm not too sure the span and if they're getting to everyone and to all the areas in time.
Let's talk about the relief efforts, because recently Trevor Noah did urge his own fans to assist people in need in KwaZulu-Natal. Can you give us perhaps an estimation as to whether or not Gift of the Givers has received international donations?
Yes, we have received international donations from corporates, NGOs, individuals, private individuals, South African residents, international residents from all over the world. I mean, funds are coming in.
Right. Just lastly, we know that there's also other efforts taking place. What can we expect in the next few days?
Well, in the next few days, as you know, Gift of the Givers are busy rolling out boreholes, working with the water department, looking at the critical areas that were not going to receive water and working back. It's going to be an issue. There's certain high-lying areas. Contingency plans are being put in place by the water department. That information hasn't been getting out yet to the community. I think that is why we're having this meeting here today, and to inform the residents what's happening. But the community has been interfacing with the water department and the community to get the information out. Nothing's come down from here.
All right, thank you very much indeed for your time. Let's bring in a community leader, Mr. Naveen Pandya. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Explain to us what is actually taking place at the moment, why are residents up in arms, and how can this matter be resolved?
Thanks, Goga. I am the chairman of the Vishwarup Temple at the moment, which is the this whole operation that commenced something like 25 days ago. On the 11th of April, when the floods hit, we had victims from the pension cottage. So my immediate reaction was to bring them in, opened up the temple hall to them, and we housed them there for something like 2 weeks, right? Doing meals, preparations, breakfast, lunch and supper, and providing them with clothing and beds and mattresses. So we took care of them for something like 2 weeks. Thereafter, we got a committee in place. The Tongaat disaster management team got in, and the committee headed by Logan Naidu. We've run the operations since then till now. But the biggest issue is the problem of water. Since then, it's 25 days and we have no water.
We know that this is a complaint that many residents are blaming the municipality, but it is a natural disaster. Do you feel that this could have been prevented, the issue of water supply?
Yes, the responsibility of water is the municipality, but since day one, I can tell you that government hasn't played its role, functions. It is the civil society that has come on board, and since that day, we have taken over and provided water from our dispatch point at Vishurup grounds, something like 1.8 million liters of water which has been dispatched to the community. It's not only us who are doing it, the other community leaders and the humanitarians who are now digging into their pockets privately and supplying water to residents. If it was not for them, I don't think our residents would be, will be able to survive without water.
Have you raised this issue, though, before with the municipality? Because what we've been told, and this is from an expert who is part of the borehole drilling, he says that the infrastructure has been ailing for a while. Have you raised this before?
Yes, through the councillors, right, these issues have been brought up, and through the civics. But however, I don't think our councillors of our area have enough power as such. And its government hasn't come to the party. And I think it is our first meeting with the municipality, and I think the media hasn't covered us much enough, because Tongaat has been like a forgotten town. And this is why this meeting is called on today led by the Belvedere Civic Association. And we want to meet council and we want to know what is the way forward. If not, I think the community, you can see the community here already in arms to hit the streets tomorrow.
Thank you very much indeed for your time.
Thank you.
Well, we'll try and get a right of reply from the local councillor, Saleh, just to perhaps answer some of the comments that have been made here earlier. But what we also have established is that people are not necessarily worried that they might not have water to wash their clothing and also do other things. The issues with clean running water, which many of them are relying on, because, I mean, it is a basic right for any human being. So people are saying that their taps cannot be running dry at this stage, and that it is high time that something urgently is done to address this issue.
All right, and as your guest said, they will be protesting tomorrow about that issue. Thank you so much for that update from Tongaat, Ronald Masinda.